All right, the Eisner Award nominations are out. We're going to go through the list and tell you why this is just a joke. The comic book industry at this point is just one big whisper network, and it's all about the political aspects of who you are for these nominations and not actually the content of all these things. Now, I can't possibly have read all of these things, but of what I've read, I could tell you it's ridiculous that these are getting nominations. There's some sprinkled in there that are okay. And of course, we're going to address the Ed Piskor and Alex DeCampi situation. Wild that they did that too. But that is just a part of why this is such a stupid circle jerk in the comic industry that's failing at the moment. My name's John Delarose. I am a comic book creator myself, and this is my newsletter. So if you go into the description below and grab my newsletter, you can get some books, including Flying Sparks Volume 1, a full 66-page graphic novel, absolutely for free. Because I would love for you to read that series. It starts right there, and it really, really expands into something amazing over its full 5 volumes. So please check things out. Support independent comic creators who are never going to get recognized by the mainstream industry because, we just frankly make better comics than them. Thank you so much. All right, so here we are. Sam Maggs is somebody who's up and coming in the woke circles, really, but really doesn't have like big credentials out there. And so this is like a My Little Pony 40th celebration kind of thing, which nobody's reading, of course. Becky Cloonan also has been a part of this like Whisper Network sort of thing for a long, long time. This is another thing that, again, nobody's really reading. And these are all short stories. These are going to be difficult for people to check out. The only one most people probably read is the Tom King one in Wonder Woman, which is really, really boring. It's one of the worst stories I've ever seen out there. And, of course, the mainstream media is gushing over it, saying we need more slice-of-life superhero stories. I don't understand that at all. Superheroes are supposed to be super and fun. Now you get into single issues, and you start to see where all this happens. We got Tom Taylor, being virtue signaled for Nightwing. Now his Nightwing's not like horrible. It's just mid. There's just not much to it. It's really not going anywhere. And he's just been camping on this Nightwing character for a long, long time. I've heard his run's about to be up. So his sales are not doing so great, according to some inside sources, but we'll see how that goes. Don't know anything about this one here. Star Trek Day of Blood Shax's Best Day. I did a review of this on the channel. This was an absolute train wreck of a comic. Super wordy, hard to read, just a ridiculous political screed in the form of a Star Trek comic. And it's definitely just being nominated just because of Heather Antos' connection to the Star Trek line. It's really ridiculous here. Now, Joshua Williamson, I've not read his Superman. I've heard it's pretty good and pretty fun. So this probably actually deserves to be here. Sweet Paprika, Black, White, and Pink. No idea what that is. And I doubt many people read that either. Birds of Prey, we've got Kelly Thompson, who's being hailed a lot just for being a woman writer out there. I don't think she's done anything that terrible. She's not like Kelly Sue DeConnick or anything like that. But Birds of Prey, like I haven't really heard anybody being like, yes, this is the best. Again, Nightwing, Tom Taylor. They're just obsessed with Tom Taylor here. And that's all for one reason. All for the fact that, he did the gay Superman, and he's just like getting golf claps from the industry over that. Has nothing to do with his Nightwing run. Shazam by Mark Waid. This is supposed to be actually pretty good. Mark Waid is insufferable as a person, but I give credit where credit's due. And it's supposed to be a pretty good book. Transformers by Daniel Warren Johnson. If you're not reading this, might as well unfriend me now. This is a great book, and it better win. That's what I got to say on that. And then, of course, they throw Wonder Woman by Tom King on there, which is one of the most insulting nominations on here. It's horrible. It's boring. It's political. It's just a big insult to all Americans out there, and it's intentional. That's why Tom King was a CIA asset in there. But he'll be going the way of Tom Taylor soon enough, I'm sure. So limited series. Here's a bunch of things right here. I'm not familiar with most of these right here. So you guys can give me comments down below what you think about these ones. I'm not going to comment on the ones I don't know about. Let's see. Best new series. You got Becky Cloonan again on here. You notice it's just the exact same people. Kelly Thompson seems to be a beloved of these people right now. Jeff Lemire's always been a beloved of a lot of the people who are, it's like he writes comic books for people who write comic books, not for readers so much, if that makes any sense. Tim Seeley's Local Man. These are just very safe picks for this sort of things. Early readers, well, I'm not an early reader, so I'm sure there's some weird stuff in here just based on content. Best publication for kids, I'm also sure there's similar stuff here, but I'm not familiar with any of those titles. Same with the teens. These are different markets, and obviously I'm not reading those things. Humor publications, these are odd ones too. Not sure about those. Anthologies, nobody reads anthologies. Reality-based works, oh boy. Graphic memoir. Look at all these categories that are like, so everybody in their circles can get a graphic album, so that these people can get awards. And here's Alex DeCampi. This is the only way they could get like Alex DeCampi in here and make some weird category that nobody's a part of in order to, because nobody reads her work. It's horrible. All of it's horrible. And same with Mariko Tamaki's stuff. Just some of the worst comics out there. Period. And they know it. It's all just a political thing. Now you've got a graphic album reprint here. You got Ed Piskor also nominated, and that's also just because of the situation that went down. But the fact that like they're voting in Alex DeCampi and Ed Piskor at the same time, really, really weird. Just lets you know how just tone deaf this industry is 100%. Very crazy stuff, and he gets into such odd esoteric content here. I actually do like the archival strips. Those are pretty good. You get some classic stuff through there. But it's stuff that like people archival collections. This is Adventures into Terror was really good. I liked this. This is the type of stuff I like to read for the most part because it's all stuff from the like 40s and 50s. Now let's get into best writer. Oh geez. So you got Mariko Tamaki again. Who you got Tom Taylor again, Kelly Thompson again, Mark Waid again. Oh, G. Willow Wilson shows up. This is Lesbian Poison Ivy, written by the Muslim lady, is why she got a nomination on there. Oh my gosh. And you don't get as much of this type of thing for best inker or penciler or thing like that, because the writing's really where a lot of the political messages come in from, and so that's where it all hits. Now, I'm a big fan of Chris Samney and Firepower. I'm very happy to see this on here. I doubt he'll win, just because I don't think he's got enough political clout, and that's what this is about for the most part. But that's that. Holy crap, how many categories can they possibly have for awards for these things? And you might notice that, remember Comics Beat and Heidi McDonald complained, saying they were getting rid of this category, best related comic periodical journalism, and she wanted her award and said she couldn't get it. By the way, the best journalism being done in comics is right here, so hit the like and subscribe button, obviously. But they'll never give me awards because I call them out on their BS. And notice Comics Beat is on here. So after whining about the award category being gone and lying about it, which it isn't gone, as you can see, they are actually still nominated for an award. That's the level of standards of comics journalism that gets promoted by the Eisners. And this is probably the biggest joke category of all. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to join my newsletter and get a free comic book from me. We'll be back soon.